Hello, my amazing artists. We are going to be working on the skills of creating a simple circle weaving pattern by taking our yarn under and over. But first, boys and girls, we need to get started with creating our circle loom. You have been given a colorful paper plate, and now you need to go ahead and create 19, that's right, 19 marks where you are going to cut string for where your loom string will go into your paper plate. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to establish our 19 notches on the back of our paper plate. And the way that I do this is I actually on the back start with my numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 1 here, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and do number 10. And this helps me to kind of space things out because I have an odd number of slits. I need to make them kind of a little bit not right across from each other. So I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I need to get to 19 on this side. So I'm going to do 19, 18, let's meet it in the center. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is why you should probably do it with pencils so that you can move them around a little bit so that there is enough space for all 19 of your slits. Now what I do next is I just come down from my number and I make a line. So I have done that on the back of this plate, and my next step that I need to do is take my scissors and cut the slits all the way around so that on this side you can see that there is just enough opening. Don't cut it all the way down to the center. In front of my plate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help myself out because it's very hard to see where the slits are. And I'm going to take my marker and draw next to each of those slits so I can remember where they are at. So I went ahead and outlined each of the lines, but I also made it a little easy on myself and I numbered mine. You do not have to number yours. All you need to do is count when we're doing this. But the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is put my long white string into the number 1 slot. Whatever slot is that, whatever slot that will be for you. Then I'm going to come down and put it directly into the number 10. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots on one side. So I put my string into the number 1 slot, and I also put a piece of tape behind it. You don't have to. The paper plate will be quite tight and might hold it. But I am then going to go ahead and come and put my string in the number 11 slot. This is going to make it so that I have 9 sections on this side and a smaller number on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 open slits. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my string and go behind to 10. Then I'm going to take my string and run all the way across until I get to 19. Put it in the slit, and then I'm going to twist my plate all the way down so that I can remember that I need to go behind and into the next door neighbor's place. Run across the street, into 9, twist your paper plate. 8 to 17, twist your paper plate. 16, cross to 7, twist, 6 to 15, twist, 14 to 5, twist, 4 to 13, twist, 12, and then I'm going to run across to 3 and behind, and now you'll notice that if I go into 12, there's nowhere else to run. I am done now with my strings, and I need to go ahead now and start my actual weaving. Now for my weaving, I'm going to start by going underneath the string of 1. So I'm going to go under, and then over, under, over, just like we did in all of our other weaving. So if I pull this string up, I notice that I went underneath the string, and now I need to go over and under. And I'm going to continue going all the way around, pulling the string whenever I need to tighten it up a little bit. Now in this first go, don't pull it too tight because it will be a bit confusing for you if you can't see the direction of where your string is coming from. Because we have done an odd number, we will be at the point where we are going to start going underneath the string that on the last time we had gone over. And as you continue going, it will start to build on itself. I want to point out to you real quick something right here. So if you'll notice, I went underneath this string twice. And that means that I am off on my pattern. So I need to actually go back and adjust, because what happened was I missed going under this string here. So I need to go and undo that part, otherwise it is going to really mess up my pattern later on. Make sure you're keeping an eye on how your pattern is going. We want it to go every other string under, over, as it goes around. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is what happens when you run out of string. What happens is that with some extra string left, don't wrap it all away until it's too short to tie a knot. You need to create a friendship knot. Remember, friends sit next to each other at lunch and on the bus, and we want to put our strings together like friends. Then, take the friends who go everywhere together, loop them around into a circle. Then, take those two ends and put them under and inside the circle, grabbing them and pulling both sides until they become a nice tight knot. Once you have done that, you can snip off these extras, but make sure to leave 2 little insect antennae at the top. Otherwise, if you pull too hard on your string, your knot will come undone. Once you have tied on a new string, you are able to continue your pattern as if the color of the string hasn't even changed. All right, boys and girls, have a great fun time creating a colorful circle weaving pattern.